also a question, and how do you see Flutter in the long run?
Personally, I see Flutter is the future of cross-platform development, and yeah, I think it has like really. I think it's like Flutter itself is really incredible technology, how it works.
I think it's a very ambitious project from Google, but I think if they can pull all the stuff off, and I'm not doubting that they couldn't, it's gonna be a mainstay in cross-platform development for a long time, because it's so well architected that most of the complaints that people have are about implementation issues, and those just require investment and a bit of waiting.
Yeah.
So unlike in some other platforms where you can clearly see that it's rubbish from the base.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the only fear from my part is related to what Jussi already mentioned. So does Google have the stamina for the marathon? Are they going to continue developing the platform further and further, or are they going to go, piecemealing into different directions and fragmenting and building Flutter for whatever smartwatches and Flutter for?
I think it's kind of like if you look at Qt, Flutter is kind of something that's going to replace that as something that you want to go to when you're building business apps, multiple platforms, and maybe like if you compare the last question, then React Native is something you use when you're building more like website stuff, and in addition, or like an app in addition to your website.
Yeah.
And like there was just the news that Google Pay app was now replaced by a Flutter-based version just a couple of weeks ago. So I think Google is invested in that.
Yeah.
But somebody is writing in the chat that why is it gaining adoption so slowly if it's the future?
Yeah, I can answer that. Like from SOCO perspective, it's been difficult to find experienced Flutter developer. That's one, and then there are more JavaScript developer than Flutter developer. Therefore, like it's easier to find like JavaScript engineer and put them in the project and just work on React Native or other cross-platform that uses JavaScript.
Yeah, I think people are blowing the question of it being a completely different language out of proportion, because the language is so easy and so familiar to anybody who's done JavaScript or has even done Java, then it's going to be really quick to pick up on. But I think that's one of the questions why people are steering away from or picking the safe choice. And of course, if the business level does decisions and the business level only understands how many Flutter developer job ads are there right now in the open, then they're going to get scared about the kind of ecosystem and that sort of stuff.
So the critical mass is not there yet, but I believe that it's going to be there soon.
Yes, and any capable developer who does React Native will very quickly do Flutter as well. So if there's anybody thinking about these questions on the business side, then let me reassure you, it's not a real issue.